Isn't that cute? It looks like a frowny face. So there's you can see there's dill in this sushi. It's this one's the hot one, even though you might think this one might be, but it's not. So that's James's dinner. He can have as much of the sushi as he wants. We're going to talk about 28 years later, the Bone Temple, and these other films right here. So I didn't realize this tofu that I'm using, it's a Japanese style tofu. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's
maybe that's why it's not as firm somehow. I don't know. But I'm gonna cover it up. This is my outfit for today. I don't want it to get sneezed on. No, I didn't anticipate that. There's flies out here again. It's sunny. So check this outfit out. Awesome. I love that fluorescent colors were in style, what, 2 years ago or something? Because now I'm getting them from the thrift store.
What was it 2 years ago?
I don't know. I'm not sure. With fluorescent colors, it seems they go out of style, and then they're very out of style. It seems people don't want them. But
yeah, I don't know. For women, for guys, maybe fluorescent colors were in style in the mid to later 60s.
Yeah,
and then,
I think we're a little
guys
lopsided.
wearing drab clothing ever since.
There we go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? So, anyway, we have a lot to talk about today. I love this outfit too because it has these like little holes in the pattern. And yeah, I thought that's kind of cool. I don't know if it's cool. If it'd be cool to wear, maybe. But I like that. And I thought, you know, this would give clothing designers interesting opportunities for patterns and stuff. I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have outfits like this that look like snowflakes or something like this? Why the round pattern necessarily? It could be like whatever kind of pattern for I don't know.
Triangular.
Yeah. So,
were you going to talk about this, or is that more like
no, you
meat
can go
and
ahead
potatoes?
And eat it.
Yeah, I didn't want to launch into it and be rude.
So,
but can you tell me what this is? Is that eggplant or something?
No, it's cremini mushroom.
Oh, mushroom. Okay, there we go. And it's been fried?
Yeah, it's spicy. It's that spicy mushroom, but your smoothie will be sweet enough to
counteract
it. Plus there's the melted
cheese,
so that'll counteract it too.
Good.
So you'll be just fine with it.
Thanks for telling me about that. I'm glad I asked because I think I'm going to try to mix it around.
Yeah, so James brought in his alarm clock into my house. I don't like alarm clocks. I decided years ago I don't want them anymore. Although I don't wake up with a start anymore, and it was getting to my heart. That's why I decided. I was like, I can't handle it. One of these days I'm going to wake up from an alarm clock and I'm going to have a heart attack or something. So I was like, okay, no more alarm clock. So that was my solution. But James brought in an alarm clock yesterday, and it's actually a pretty nice sounding alarm clock. Kind of sounds like crickets or something, or a grasshopper.
Yeah, well, that's because it was the way most people put alarm clocks right by their ear.
Oh, I suppose.
Anyway, I have it set for 4 o'clock. It's for when we go on hikes, stuff like that.
So
4 in the morning.
And which is normally not a problem for me because that's normally when I get up. Mm-hmm. But last night I decided I'm going to sleep in tomorrow. And like as James, we were going to go for a hike today. But James, he generally wakes up way later than I do. So I thought I'm going to sleep in and then I will go for a hike and it'll be great, you know?
I wake up at 4 when the alarms go. I have it set automatically, but I wake up probably every 2 hours and stuff like that. So I wake up early. I wake up often. So, but I get up a lot later than Pauline gets up. Just a little clarification.
So, with these sushis that I made, I didn't intend, like this guy, I made him first and I'm like, haha, frowny face. And then these ones didn't turn out like face.
It
This
looks like
one's
a frowny
face
face.
a bit. That one's definitely a frowny face there. But I didn't. You know, when I'm rolling them up, like, or placing the stuff, normally I don't design a pattern. Sometimes, if you watched in the past, I've made peace symbols and daisy flowers and whatever. So sometimes I do, but with these, the vegetable things, I don't. They're just beautiful anyway. These are beautiful summertime things. Just to have the different colors of vegetables that are available. But this one here that I made was with the, remember that dip that I made for, it was like, sort of like egg salad, but with tofu and no eggs. Like these are both vegan keto sushis. This one has almost no carbs whatsoever. Has very few. Because it's even the rice outside, that's made with brown rice protein flour and because I added that to it, and more of the, like I added to what dip I had yesterday, the dill flavored with the garlic dip that I made, that I was using for the cauliflower and spreading on the celery sticks. Anyway, so if you watch our last Waterton Junk-food Picnic, you'll see. So to the leftover dip, I added some more of the Emerald City kraut and brown rice protein flour to it. And then it made a really nice, firm rice, you know, instead of rice, right? And it has very few carbs. So I put asparagus in both of these types of rolls today. And quite a lot of dill, fresh dill in this, well, both of the rolls, but more in this one, I think. Anyway, and yeah, what else was I going to say? Oh, I didn't have very many chives left. I would have added more chives. So I added red onions to these ones. I was thinking James might like these more. But you can see, like, although I'd added some hemp protein powder that I'd run out, so I used the brown rice protein powder, and it really looks quite white. So it doesn't look brown. So this is a lighter color than my sushi, the spread. Although it's made with the almond butter, it's a lighter color, and it's actually more attractive than with the hemp protein powder. If you're wanting to make a more attractive roll, and with the sushi, you probably do want to make an attractive roll. So that's something to keep in mind. But it's also good to keep in mind that the hemp protein powder is a complete protein, whereas the brown rice protein powder, no, right? So then, anyway, but the tofu is also a complete protein. Whatever. I put tomato in these, which made the little frowny faces, but the reason that these are spicy, they didn't have to be. I didn't have to do this, but I had this hot chili pepper stuff, and I put that in instead of tomato to make the red. So that's why these ones are hotter, but they're tasty. So.
Well, I think those will largely be for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I should mention that the frowny face ones, that's really as big as you can make it. Make a roll with only one sheet of sushi nori.
Otherwise, they don't hold together. You just run out of sheet.
You run out of sheet, yeah. You're wrong. But I make them bigger sometimes by just laying two sheets.
I thought I'd seen it bigger.
Yeah. Anyway, but then they're not, like, even this one that I just tried, you could see that was a mouthful. And really, I think the point with sushi is for you to be able to pop it in your mouth and it's just one bite, right? It's already a bite set up for you. But Do you want to try one of these kinds today?
It's tough on my esophagus.
Okay, so you're not gonna. That's okay.
It's the
I already
nori,
tried them. They're delicious.
and I don't want to start coughing and hacking because it looks as though I hate the thing. But it's just the esophagus.
Okay, so we have a mixture here of things. I was kind of bothered a little bit with, well, mostly it's a BBC, I think, but it's coming from all sorts of places. It seems like there's a division, and the target audience is like, okay, there's black TV, there's white TV, there's, I don't like this, racially segregated TV. It seems weird to me. And I don't know, is it a concern? It's kind of concerning me. But anyway, there's some of that in this stack, and I'll get to that. But this one, it says the best horror film of 2026. I don't know, I didn't watch a lot from 2026, but it's not the best one I've seen. And it's, I don't know that it's really that scary. There's some gross bits and stuff like that, but, and it's, I guess you're looking at, well, after there's civilization has kind of fallen, and
post-apocalypse.
Yeah, you know, there's been some sort of a virus that's went around, and
I wonder where they got that idea from.
Yeah, I hope that Ralph Fiennes, I know I'm not pronouncing the name correctly. I always get it wrong. Anyway, I know that at the end of this, you're thinking, okay, well, he can't possibly be, spoiler alert, in the next one, but I hope that he is going to be, because really he did an awesome job in this.
He did.
And honestly, I don't have a problem with the actors in the show. Even the child actor that you're following along. I think he's doing a good job.
But
there
we go. I knew there was the but.
Yeah, and I like you hear beautiful nature sounds and stuff like that. So you can see it's not. Although this is a post-apocalyptic sort of film for humans, it isn't for a lot of other creatures. Like, you can hear the birds are singing and stuff like that, and it's kind of nice, you know.
Kind of like what we're hearing right now in Quebec.
So it's and there's some hope with this film too, with the Samson character, right? And
maybe.
And anyway, it's just I don't know that I really believe the story so much. That's all. It's hard to kind of, and well, any sort of zombie film, it really is about Civil War, isn't it? Yeah. So.
Or invasion or whatever.
Yeah, and the fact that we're seeing a lot of zombie films, that's concerning too, isn't it? So, anyway. But as a horror movie, I don't know. I mean, now that finally by the end of this movie, I'm like, okay, I want to see what happens in the third one. But at the end of the first one, I didn't. I didn't want to see this. And I got this out, and I'm like, another one of these, you know? Even though I like Ralph Fiennes. And he did a great job in this. And very different vehicle for him. But anyway.
Maybe the vehicle, though, is kind of like a rattle trap sort of thing. It's not the greatest.
No, it's very slow moving. For, like it says, best horror film of 2026. Well, there's some gross bits and whatever, and you're scared of this, like, I guess, satanic group of, like,
cult, maybe?
Yeah, like a gang. They're like a gang that wanders around terrorizing people, and you're like, man, these guys are worse than the zombies, you know,
No, that was where, it has a Scottish guy.
Yeah.
That's where I almost put my foot down. I'm tired of Scottish people
being bad guys.
Used as villains in movies, and it's from England, it's from Hollywood.
Yeah.
cut it out. The Scots people have been amazingly
Tolerant.
Pacific
because
by comparison with pretty well any other group.
Yeah, it's just they're easy pick-ons because they put up with it, right?
They put up with it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the ones who brought enlightenment to England and really to the world. They're highly educated on average.
Yes. So they're a lot of time the Scots people, if you look at, they really weren't civilized for very long. Like it hasn't been long that before then it's been a very recent
phenomenon. 1300 AD, they were somewhat as portrayed in Braveheart.
Yeah.
They were taken over by the English, and the English have held on to them basically ever since. There have been occasions when English rule was overthrown.
But it's amazing how well the Scots have done, and that's they've embraced education.
They did.
Yeah.
It's because they embraced Protestantism.
Yeah. Whereas other groups, they're even groups that were converted or were civilized at the same time, or whatever, or even further back.
Way earlier.
Maybe they're not doing as well. So
Catholics are.
So then, because the Scots because they did so well, after you can't win. No matter what you do, you can't win. You accept the civilization that is thrust upon you, and then you make it work for yourself, and then you get to be the villain in every movie or whatever, and you get to have people say that you may have heard that Scots people aren't so human, because they're a mixture of Neanderthal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you might have heard that.
But that applies to all Celtic people, including Irish people.
So not really human, And how racist is that?
Well, they could be superhuman.
Right? Yeah.
But there's thought of a subhuman.
Yeah. So anyway, it's incredible. But the Scots continue to succeed, thrive, actually.
Mm-hmm. You can be conquered.
Embrace education,
and
they're quite Pacific and whatever, and so interesting. Anyway,
they should be set up as a shining example.
Yeah. So
for the whole world, frankly.
Yeah. Anyway, Shelter, Statham movie. I got this out, and oh my god.
She hasn't even bothered visiting that one on
No.
Because I'm kind of on a Jason Statham no-watch list.
So I knew well enough from the first one not to bother to work out while watching this. Because I knew this was going to be slow, and I can't handle slow while I'm working out.
Yeah.
So...
She really goes at it. That machine's going to last terribly long.
No, I have to keep tightening up the stuff.
She hadn't even told me about that, but there you go.
Anyway, so this one I watched while I was working out, and it's
Did you
really
feel as
not
though
that
you were...
fast for a
well,
Statham
that's
thing.
incredible. I think if I could work out on something like that, I'd be going, Jason Statham, take that.
Exactly.
Right in the bush.
That's what I need for. Anyway, and luckily I didn't watch this one while working out. Mercy. Ooh, yeah. This was slow.
Oh my God.
At the beginning.
I think I watched all of it.
Yeah,
I think I stayed awake.
Yeah.
I was in its presence for all of it. All of its running, and I think I stayed awake for most of the time.
So this was white TV that was concerning James, but I was asking him, a lot of the time I watch these and a couple days pass and I'm like, God, I don't even remember what we watched,
I kind of forgot it.
Yeah, I remember some parts, but I just don't.
Yeah.
I guess it, anyway,
well,
it does
I'm not
pick
good,
up
I
near
suppose,
the end.
at holding a grudge. That's the way I look at it.
It gets to be a little more exciting at the end.
Yeah.
But, and the concept, I suppose, is interesting enough. You have, what do? You have police officers in this and stuff like this, but the sentencing has been taken over by AI in this story, and so.
And you've got, if you're, at least for a murder trial, you've got an hour and a half to
prove your innocence. So, which James pointed out, well, that's the French system.
Well,
you're guilty until you're proven innocent, rather than the other way around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in America, you're innocent until you're proven guilty.
England, Canada, Australia.
So it depends where you are. These things change. You might have this assumption you're living in a Western society and you're thinking, oh well, innocent until proven guilty. No, not everywhere. And don't make that assumption. If you're a world traveler, you like to go all over the world, and you get yourself into trouble, good luck with that.
You notice Boeing said something very truthful, and probably incorrect, or politically, and that is, she said, if you're living in a Western society, and she's distinguishing the English tradition from
the French. And if you're French, you might not like that. I'm 50% French genetically.
Yeah, so
suck it up.
Yeah. So I have been saying for quite a while, mainly to myself, Asia ends at the English Channel, or La Manche. Asia is the land of empires, and that's where empire was invented. Check it out, the Acadian Empire. It's not French, Acadian. It was invented more than 4,000 years ago. The Acadians coming from close to present-day Baghdad. Fact is, they say, and they've got it wrong, that Akkad, their capital, the Acadians' capital, is now buried underneath Baghdad. It isn't. It's a place called Jamdat Nasser. They've just misstated it, so they haven't been able to identify it. But that's where it was invented. All the big empires, the really big empires, up until very recently, like 1500 AD, they come from Asia. If you think of it, all the major religions come from Asia. Christianity, Asia, southwestern Asia, but Asia. Buddhism, Hinduism, Confucianism, Islam, Sikhism, Judaism, on and on. They come from Asia, the big concrete religions. Suck it up, you guys who like attacking Christianity.
This film, Mercy, it's obvious that it's aimed at an American audience, and it is a film by Timur Bekmambetov.
Russian setup, but when I look at the stuff that becomes before the OV, it's OV and not OF, right? Doesn't seem to be a Russian construction. Timur is something that Turkish.
And it's directed by him, and it's partially produced by.
I know. I don't know where this guy's coming from.
So. So I have no idea, and honestly, I don't really want to talk about the whole white and black TV anyway. You can watch it for yourself and see what you're feeling, basically. Just your gut instinct, what it's telling you when you watch things like this. I'm not recommending
distinction between white and black color or something like that. People of color.
Yeah, like the market audience.
Yeah.
The intended market audience. It's just that you can see that there's segregation happening. There's TV aimed for one group, there's TV aimed for another group, and it's not necessarily, I think it's aimed to divide.
Divide and conquer, or not be conquered.
Divide and set up civil unrest. So.
Well, the Russians are into that. Donald Trump's into that. So is Bernie Sanders.
So.
Orban.
Oh, the babies. Hello, babies.
The babies are.
Well, I don't know. I hear talking.
They're making noise. Okay,
yeah,
they're probably.
Can you hear?
I think I hear some sort of.
They were getting that.
Oh, that's so nice, eh? Yeah.
I saw the parents. One went in, one went out, and anyway.
Yeah,
both of the parents are out.
It's good we can't see them because we've got a jay or two in the neighborhood, and jays like feeding on nestlings.
Yeah.
I like jays, but I don't like that aspect of it.
Now, this film was not well done. there, like I said, the action picks up near the end. Thank goodness. But I don't know how many people would make it that far. There's really bad planning, writing. Why didn't both James and I said, why didn't they put down the spike strip? We don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, spoiler alert.
there's a
Truck goes.
big truck,
by.
and they don't want that truck to get downtown, but they could have put it up on the freeway or whatever.
It's
Put down the
loaded
strip.
with
Yeah.
munitions or
Explosives.
dynamite explosives. That's it.
Yeah.
And
And so they don't want it to get downtown because, of course, that you don't want it to reach its intended destination, but you don't want it downtown at all. There's a lot of could cause a lot of trouble, a lot of deaths there.
even if it.
And so
is-
why didn't they put down the strip? You know, the
Yeah.
roll out the spike thing.
Yeah. Whatever they call it, spike strip.
Anyway, so
Anyway, they.
there are
Too stupid to
problems with
figure it out.
this that it's like, okay, they would do that now, and this is supposed to be in the future. What's going on? What's the problem here? So anyway,
Don't bother watching it, folks.
it's not.
Or if you think we've got bad taste in movies, maybe that's a huge recommend.
Doctor Who season 2. I was going to mention James doesn't like that this Doctor Who is gay and black.
No,
What?
black.
Okay.
Have a white gay guy, even an Oriental
I think that
gay guy.
they definitely, in order to have African-looking person as Doctor Who, if this person was going to be male, and frankly they didn't have success with the female Doctor Who that they had, because she sucked as Doctor Who. I don't know why they picked her, but so they couldn't have had two females back to back as Doctor Who.
Why not?
So she was awful. And
Women have been underrepresented in.
I know.
So, it's
they need to
50%
have
of the
another a
population.
female, and
I got no
spoiler
problem
alert,
with half of their
another
Doctor
female's
Who's
coming.
being women. Now, I don't want to see it all like. Here's one so-called left-wingers' idea of diversity. We're really diverse. No white males.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
not diverse.
But if they're going to have somebody who looks like they're from Africa, and then it had to be, even though it would have been better to have a female from Africa, or especially somebody from a place with a different accent. What, Doctor Who always has to be British? Like, why? I realize BBC, but come on.
Well, the problem I've got with that is
They all
it's
have British accents.
funded by British people.
Okay.
And guess what? They're casting actors. And when they start getting totally computer-generated artificial intelligence, then I'd have less of an issue. But what happens to a non-person of color, white actors and stuff like that? I think there's still roughly the majority in England. Oh, they get to play villains. And is that like equal opportunity? Of course not. Villains aren't featured generally as much as heroes or whatever. So I have a real problem with that. It's tokenism where people, so-called advantaged people, are being disadvantaged, and it's not right, because it's picking certain people out and saying, you belong to a group, we're penalizing